So I just had to dodge another hailstorm or sleet, I can't remember which one it was, or both. Now I'm going to go for my wander, but just for Russell. There is a thunder going past there. I'm sure you'll be seeing that again in a couple of months' time. But we're just going to take a wander down here. I've done Ranworth, I've done Barnes Broad, not on this trip, but I've never done this boardwalk before. So let's see where it goes. I don't think it's particularly long, but we're going to see what we can find. See if we can find any alligators. Nesting swan here, which is interesting. Not even got onto the boardwalk yet, and there's nature doing its thing. Oh, hang on. Just so you guys can see that as well. I've never heard of a widgeon before. What the hell is a widgeon? Widgeon? What kind of bird's that? Is it the love child of a woodpecker and a pigeon? I don't know. Widgeon. I'll have to Google that later. But yeah, I made sure there was a suitable gap in the cloud before I ventured out, because it really did come down again just now. Literally, they only last about 2 or 3 minutes and it stops completely, but you can get very wet in 2 or 3 minutes. Be a bit spooky down here at night. I will not be coming down here later, that's for sure. Especially if you hear like the rustle or the cries of nature freaking you out. Not sure what that's for. Whether it was to board that boat that was moored down, that dinghy moored down there, I don't know. So which way do we go then? We'll carry on going straight, and then maybe it'll bring us back round in a circle. I'm guessing that could be another area that's been used for nesting recently, just by the way it's been flattened down. Perhaps. I can't see any other reason why that certain area there would be flattened. Another one here, look. Potentially a nesting area. I mean, I know David Bellamy. Is that his name, David Bellamy? But nature is interesting. I'm guessing technically we're part of nature, aren't we? Every living species is nature. It's all very boggy around here as well. This is nature's natural habitat, where it's just been left to do its thing. just be mindful if you're bringing children down here. There are open areas where the water is literally by your feet at the edge of the walkway, so just keep an eye on your young ones, well, and your old ones as well. Anyone is in danger of slipping in. I think that was just a duck. I won't say just a duck, you know, but you know what I mean. Oh wow, what have we got here? Oh, we can have a little seat. See what we can see. Fortunately, I don't have any binoculars, otherwise I'd have a good look around, but can't see any Loch Ness monsters or anything like that. Well, I thought you could walk around in a circle. Looked like you could on that sign. I want to walk down, but it doesn't look like you can. Not sure what this is for either. Oh, it could be for tying your dog to, I suppose. Okay, well let's head back the other way then and see where the other path leads to. So this is the other path that you can take. I assume all this was grown like this side was, but it's been chopped down for one reason or another. Well, there's no entry sign down here, so let's see what that says. Well, no, it says no entry, but it says why, because not being funny, having that there and then you've got all that open expanse of grass area there, what's that little thing going to stop people from walking around it? Do you know what I mean? But we won't go around there. If it says no entry, we'll do as we're told. More nesting areas here, look. Yeah, so we can't go any further. I mean, there is nothing to stop you just going around like that, but I'm not going to. So that might be where, whereas we were walking down that way before, where it said no entry into the wooded area, it might lead you around to that. So I'm assuming you can go around in a circle when it's open, but not today. So now we're walking in the other direction towards Horning. Be careful with things like that. You don't want to be tripping on that. Another one here, especially in the dark. Not that you probably want to come down in the dark anyway, because it doesn't really go anywhere, but if you take your dog out for a moment to do its business and in the dark, then just be careful. Another one here, another two here as well. Just, yeah, not nice to be falling down one of those. This bank, I think, is quite popular with fishermen, to be honest, in the season. We've got some fishing platforms here, and a big hole there. Norfolk something anglers, members only. Be interesting to see if Horning Ferry Marina got any spaces outside the front of their yard. Not that I'm going to move anyway, but it would have been another option for me to moor in overnight. Down there you got the entrance down to Horning Pleasurecraft and private marina. This wind really does need to start thinking of buggering off now, to be honest. Had enough of it. Whilst it has eased, it's still very much there. So in answer to my question just now about space outside Horning Ferry Marina, and the answer is 0. So that's alright. I'm okay where I am. I know I can't go anywhere, I can't get to any shops or anything, but I don't need anything. Got everything I need. Ow! See? These loose bloody planks. Be very careful going across here. Yeah, I don't need anything. I've got food on board. Don't need to go to any shops or anything else. I've got my book to read. I've got to finish off my packing. So I'm going to get detected by thorn. So yeah, I don't really need to go anywhere land based as such. I'm okay where I am. Plus it's something new, isn't it? Yeah, this path eventually takes us to the car park. I do believe. Oh look, there's a heron. Oh, there was a heron. He's gone. But yes, please be careful along these walkways. You don't want to be ending up in there. And the ferry in moorings are very quiet. Just the one boat at the moment. I don't think this bush is supposed to be on its side, hence why it's blocking the path. I'll go through here. You don't want to be getting your boat too close to this bank either. Look how shallow it is. Down to 20% battery, so it could switch off any minute, but I'll come back later on and do some more filming if it does die. That's the road you don't really want to be meeting anyone. And flooding down there as well. Just be careful if you come along that road. This is something I wasn't aware of. So this is the bank opposite the Ferry Inn pub. Just so that you know, if you do more here, you do need to pay. So just be mindful of that. If you're more on this side, you do need to pay for it. I didn't realise that you did, to be honest, but then I've never stopped here and I've never walked around here, so that's how I didn't know about it. But I think you can actually carry on walking down through there. It looks like there's a trodden path, but I'm not going that way. Not today. Not this trip. So we'll start heading back now. Back to the boat. Put my feet up for a bit, read some more of my book, and then a bit later on I'll start sorting out my dinner, which tonight will be mashed potato and gammon. which I got from the butcher's yesterday, so I'm looking forward to that from Ludham. So that's it for now. So you might remember from my video the other day at Ranworth, I was telling you about my my woes, my health issues, and I've told you about the fact that I've got to go and see a spinal specialist about my leg and back, and I was going to show you what I actually did to cause the problem in the first place. So picture the scene: Herbert Woods Boatyard, July 2020. I was moored in their basin in their yard, stern on their main moorings, and I think I was just calling up the hose, I think, after filling up the water. And okay, so just imagine the key headings here. Okay, so I'm moored stern on. All right, obviously I'm not now, but I was then. So basically I was walking and I stepped back onto the boat, but forwards on, so I about here, and as I got on, my momentum carried me and I smacked my knee on that. Full force, as in like full walking motion force, smacked my knee onto there, and I've not been the same since. The pain was excruciating, and I'm suffering from it quite badly. So I'm waiting to go and see a spinal specialist for that, see what they can do. The exercises that the physio have given me are okay, but I've still got an underlying issue there which needs investigating. So yeah, so that's how that happened. I've just started up the engine for a bit to charge batteries a bit more, because again we've not done much cruising today really. Just peeled my potatoes for my mash to do with my gammon, and now it's turning into a rather nice late afternoon. Hopefully the sleet clouds stay away. I can't see there's any more coming over, but just fluffy white ones now. So I will be back later on for a bit more, and then obviously there'll be the final cruise back to Barnes tomorrow morning as well, which I'll do a bit of footage for you as well. I'm not going to do you a tour of the boat because you've had one. I did that on my all but brief. I did it on my last trip on Duet back in when was it? April last year, I think it was. So you don't need to see it all again. And I know Andy, the boating man, is hiring Brinks Duet number 4 in May as well, so he'll probably do his own walkthrough at that point. So that's all from me for now. I'll be back a bit later on. So dinner is underway. Got gammon steak and mashed potato. So yeah, looking forward to that. I have to say though, being moored here, it certainly makes you realise how much people do not obey speed limits, because Corsair Light just came past, and not that one, that's Glinda Light, a different boat. Oh, they must have been flat out, literally. And then they slowed down and then they sped back up again. So thanks for that, guys. Nice of you to create a lovely wash, especially when people are going to be cooking at this time of the day. Things cooking on hobs and stuff like that. But there we go, Rantover. It's turned into a nice evening. The wind's dropped, a few clouds. Just steamed up in here though. That's the only thing about cooking with gas, you do steam up. I've cracked the side windows open, and they've got the window open of the hob as well. So let some fresh air in. I did have the back door open, but it was getting a bit chilly with that, so I decided to close it for now. Must remember, remove mount and remove sign in the morning. So that's it for now. More later on. So we are at the end of another boating trip. It's been an experience. The first few days were great. Shorts, t-shirt, you name it, I was in it. Last few days, it's been hoodies, coats, long joggers, thermal socks. Got the complete polar opposite basically. But I just thought I'd just say a few words before I wrap things up for this week. There will be a bit of footage in the morning though. I did say I would do a bit on the way back to the boatyard. But my plans for this year, as you know, I normally go end of season and start of season by coming up here on the boat, plus my long weekend in December. But this year I don't know whether I'll be doing an October trip on the Broads, because I've booked myself a cruise around the Canary Islands with P&O, because it's going to be my 40th birthday. I thought I'd treat myself to something a bit special. I'm not saying the Broads aren't special, but a cruise on a cruise ship around the Canary Islands, I think is something, you know, it's something to, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. It's something that you're going to remember. It's going to be memorable. Whereas coming up on the Broads, it's something I've done a lot the last couple of years, so it's not going to be something I'm going to think, oh, I remember my 40th birthday, I was on the Broads. Well, my 40th birthday, I'm going to be sailing on a cruise ship on my way to, I think I'm in Madeira on my birthday actually. So yes, that's something different. I might do a short break in October up here, depending on funds. So I'm not ruling it out completely, but it's something that I'm going to consider. But for now, from me until the morning, I'll catch you all then. Bye for now.